Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I apologize that today's audio is much worse and that the quality of the screencast, the screen recording is much worse and not the typical quality that I do. I apologize again, my computer is broken. I already tried recording this video basically throughout the whole day and I haven't been having success. So if this video works, oh, I will be so happy. So let's just get on with this. Again, the quality will be worse. I really do apologize. But if you want to support my channel, if you want to, help me get better quality, achieve that, consider subscribing. It's a great way to support my channel. You don't need to pay anything. It's free. It's completely free. And I'm really close to 6,000 subs, so that would be really nice before the end of the year. But that is again up to you guys. So right now we're looking at this Canadian. Let's go to the GFS to start things off first, because the GFS is again a very good model. Many people don't like it. There's several people that watch my videos that don't like it, but in my opinion, I do like the GFS, and I really actually like it. So it does sometimes, tend to, be off, but usually it does do fairly good job with storms, and at least, if not storms, and does a good job forecasting the pattern. So we're looking at the storm right now in southern Louisiana, northern tip of Florida. It is, moving along the coast, not necessarily moving up the coast. If it did move up the coast, then we would be looking at a nor'easter, at some snow in the inland parts of northeast, inland parts of the northeast, mid-Atlantic. Sorry about that. Just in different locations than we are seeing it right now. So let's just move this in forward in time. This is what we're happening right now. We're seeing right now some snow in northern Arkansas, northern Tennessee, Oklahoma, North Carolina. We move this in forward in time. North Carolina gets a hammering of snow, sort of southern Virginia, and so this is the thing, guys, with Tennessee and ew. Okay, sorry about that. My cat was trying to do or something. Okay, so a little bit. I can't also edit these videos, so it'll be a little bit more raw and uncut. But southern Kentucky also could be seeing some icing with this. Southern Illinois, Missouri, Tennessee, Arkansas will be seeing an icing event, but that is, that's it's marginal. I don't think the icing will be too strong. I don't think it will be crippling, maybe to the point of damaging, but definitely, it will definitely disrupt travel for sure. But crippling, like power outages, massive power outages, I don't think that will happen in terms of the ice. But on a snowy side, there could be massive power outages. They're expecting as much as 500,000 folks to be out of power by the time the storm is all said and done in North Carolina, South Carolina, and in Virginia. And as of now, I think the snow is a little bit underdoing what it's actually supposed to be doing. Falling heavily. It's there's a weak transition between the rain and the snow. It's not as sudden as they were expecting it to, but still, nevertheless, plenty of snow is expected. Let's go to the GFS model, see how much they're showing. Total snowfall accumulations by the GFS model. Again, quite a bit in the green, so that is over a half a foot. Anywhere you see green, that is over a foot of snow. Now let's move on quickly to the NAM model. I don't have a lot of time with this video, so I do apologize. It will be a little bit quicker. Let's go through this in time. The NAM is way more bullish on this. We are seeing 15, 20, even potentially 30 inches of snow in some locations in the higher elevations. Those hints of those blue, those purple colors, that could be some 30 inch snowfall amounts. So let's now quickly go to the Canadian model. I want to show you all the models of this. Sorry, my cat keeps coming here. So uh, we look at, again, the Canadian model is looking at 20 inches, 16, not as much rain as, not as much snow. Sorry, guys, I'm losing it a little bit here. Not as much snow as a NAM, but somewhere around the same amount as a GFS. But you can see it's a little bit further to the north we go in time, and they're not showing any snow by the coast. The interesting with the NAM model, what the NAM model does is, let's bring this back in time. I don't know, it was doing this with previous runs. So okay, right there, you see that little ending or a little bit of snow that adds on right at the end. Right there could be a secondary system developing off the coast that may be actually bringing snow to the coastal areas. And it's not going to be a major storm. It's just like a little tiny system that spawned off this big one. So we exit out of this, we start seeing the snow passes through, heavy snow, 30 inches of snow in some locations, power outages, and then we get this preset that's left behind. And as we know, in the southeast and in the south in general, any moisture that's available usually gets taken up by system. So this system actually has a lot of moisture with it that's left behind, and kind of starts developing another low right there. You see that another system starts developing, and we could start seeing some snow behind this in South Carolina and in North Carolina with this, because of the cold air that's there plentiful. I mean, you can see there's a high pressure to the five. This is a NAM, so it doesn't have the pressure line bars, but the 540 line would be somewhere down here, and I think yes, that's where it would be. I mean, clearly the 540 line is typically where the rain and snow is. Rain to snow transition happens, and you can see potentially some snow showers occurring with that, but that quickly skirts away. So again, the NAM model showing the most snowfall out of all the models. Compared to the GFS and a Canadian at least. Let's go quickly to the European. The European is also spitting out equally, maybe not completely as much as the NAM, but it is spitting out some amounts that are greater than the GFS and the Canadian. Let's look at some of the highest amounts in the higher elevations. Definitely 20 inches, I think, is a possibility for sure. 30 inches, maybe in the highest peaks. But in the more populated areas, like say Charlotte, North Carolina, more like 6, 7 inches. Raleigh, North Carolina, right there, half a foot, I would say, is a fair deal. Especially since this rain to snow transition is a little bit slower, maybe some of these snowfall totals should be back down on. But Wilkesboro, 18 inches. Let's go to Asheville, North Carolina, somewhere around 17 inches. Johnson City, Tennessee, 12.9. Knoxville, Tennessee, not that much snow, 5.5. That is because it's lower in elevation, and the system, or just there won't be enough cold air, and the system will be pushing so much moisture in here that along with the moisture there will be warm air, and that will kind of overcome the cold air that, if there is any in the first place. Around the outskirts of Nashville, 5, 6 inches. Northern Tennessee, northern Arkansas, the highest amounts I would say is around 6 inches. Jonesboro, maybe 4 inches. Little Rock, Arkansas, maybe around an inch. But that is if that transition rain to snow is quick enough. Let's go to Roanoke. Roanoke expected to see around, again, 18, 17, 16 inches of snow, quite a bit. The thing that I find interesting is that the European model actually has a snow quite a bit more to the north rather than the GFS. I mean, it has Fredericksburg and the southern parts of Washington, D.C., the metro area, at around an inch of snow. Let's quickly go back to the GFS, and let's wait for this to load. You could see it would be somewhere over here. It's showing not as much snow further to the north, a little bit more oriented to the south, rather than the European model, which has very minimal here in northeast Georgia, maybe extreme northeast Georgia. But otherwise, it's almost the whole state of Virginia could be under some snow, according to the European model. So very interesting to watch this. We'll just need to see how this unfolds. So let's quickly go to the radar, and we are looking at uh, uh, let's quickly go to Little Rock, Arkansas. That is where most of the snow is occurring as of now. Again, we're looking at Jonesboro, somewhere around this location here, seeing that light rain, maybe a little bit of icing. Not necessarily sleet. This will be more of a freezing rain event. And then we see Little Rock, Arkansas, right in here, still seeing that rain. Let's zoom out of this and let's go to a different location of the country, and let's go to North Carolina, where the most of the snow should be occurring, where you could see right now I mean, it's occurring, the snow in the higher elevations, but in terms of the northern, or the rest of the North Carolina and northern portions of South Carolina, the rain to snow transition has not occurred yet. So South Carolina still mainly rain, North Carolina still mainly rain. But as the night goes on and the high pressure continues pumping in that cold air, we're all expecting, including me, to see this transition from rain to snow. So this is, it's still raining in many locations, but in Asheville right now, if we were to go to the National Weather Service, go to the North Carolina area, and if we were to go to Asheville right now, it is snowing, and it's snowing pretty heavily. Let's see what they have. A light snow is usually what they have for a snow that typically seems moderate. Snow fog they have for heavy snow. That's what I've just realized with my observations. And heavy snow fog, or just heavy snow must be like extremely heavy in order for them to put heavy snow up here. So snow fog, definitely some moderate amounts, 1 to 2 inches per hour. Tonight 5 to 9 inches. Tomorrow 2 to 4, and then tomorrow night around an inch. So the accumulations, I'm not sure how much that they are. I will probably check that later. But as of now, there's not much to talk about in North Carolina. Maybe the upper elevation seeing some snow. Let's go to Arkansas area, Little Rock, metropolitan area. Let's just click on this. They're showing the heavy snow, possible rain, the sleet, and the freezing rain. And again, they're still seeing some. They're still seeing light rain and light rain and fog and mist, but they will be transitioning to 1 to 3 inches of snow overnight. Or they will be receiving 1 to 3 inches of snow. They will be transitioning to snow. So that is basically all I have for you today, guys. I just wanted to do this quick little update on this. In terms of the more further outlook for the United States, it's looking very warm. December is looking fairly warm. It's not looking too cold. It's not looking cold at all, actually. So let's just uh, zoom out and let's go in time in terms of the snowfall amounts. You can see very minimal amounts of snow. This is already next week. Quite a bit in the west and insane amounts across British Columbia, but not much in the United States other than the mountains in Washington, the Cascades. But in the more populated areas, the East Coast, nothing much at all actually. Let's go to the older run of the GFS, the 12Z Saturday, and it's showing some signs of maybe a little bit snow here in central Illinois, but again quite a bit here in the west, but not much here in the east at all, other than this snowstorm that's occurring right now. And that is because again, um we will be looking at a fairly warmer pattern. So that's basically it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned something new. I will be making a Patreon soon, since many people voted on that. I think I got 30 to 40 people saying yes, they want me to. So I will be doing that. If you have any ideas of how to, because there's always, for Patreon, you always ask, you always get, anyone that's a Patreon always gets something back for donating a couple of dollars. So if you have any ideas, what should I do? Comment that down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing, consider liking the video, and I'll catch you all guys in the next episode. See ya. Bye.